Hi, today we're going to work on comparing numbers. Compare the numbers using greater than, less than, or equal to. So, for example, we have 1 and 0. 1 is bigger than 0, right? So, the bigger number, the sign needs to open to the bigger number, okay? So, we have 803 and 100. So, we're going to look at the first number. We have 8 and 1. 8 is bigger than 1, right? So 803 is bigger than 100. Now we have 75 and 17. Again, we are going to look at the number because both of them are two-digit numbers, right? 7 is bigger than 1, so that is going to be greater than. And then now here we have two-digit number, and here we have three-digit number, right? So three-digit number is always going to be bigger than two-digit number. So it's, again, greater than. Now we have 52 and 53. Our first number is the same. We have both 5s, right? So then we're going to have to look at the second number. We have 2 and 3. 3 is bigger than 2, so we do less than. Now we're going to have to add. So 68 and 67 plus 11, right? So that's going to be 8 and that's 7. So we have 78. So this is 78. 78 is larger than 68, so we are going to. Okay. Now let's try number 6. Number 6, we have 25 plus 36 and 61. So 25 plus 36. That's 11. The 1 goes up, and now we're adding these three numbers. We're going to have 1 plus 2 is 3, and then 3 plus 3 is 6, so we have 61. So here we have 61, and here we have 61, right? So that 61 is also 61. So we're going to use the equal sign, because they are both 61, okay? Now let's do number 9. 14 plus 56. So 4 plus 6 is 10. The 1 goes up. Now we're adding these three numbers. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 5 is 7. So we have 70, okay? So this is going to be 70. And the second number, so we're just going to write it down here, okay? Let's try the second one. 82 minus 14. 82 minus 14. So we're going to take 1. So that's going to be 7. And just think that as a 12. 12 minus 4 is 8. And 7 minus 1 is 6, so we have 68. Which one is larger? 70 is larger than 68, right? Because if you look at the first number, we have 7 and 6, and 7 is bigger. So we have greater than. Now let's just move on to the next page. We have subtraction. Let's try number 1. So 167 minus 36. 7 minus 6 is 1, and then 6 minus 3 is 3, and the 1 just comes down because it doesn't have anything at the bottom. And now let's try number 2. We have 685 minus 79. 5 minus 9, we cannot do that, so we're going to take 1/10. So that's going to turn into 7, and just think that this is 15, okay? So 15 minus 9 is going to be 6, and 7 minus 7, right here, 7 minus 7 is going to be 0, right? So 0, and then the 6 comes down again, so we have 606. Now let's try number 5. Number 5, we have 720 minus 7, so we cannot subtract 7 from 0, so take 1/10 and think that as a 10. So 10 minus 7 is 3. The 1 comes down, and the 7 comes down. So we have 713. Now let's move on. Let's try number 1. Fact families, okay? So our biggest number is 13, right? So it's going to go over here, 13, 13. And so 7 plus 6 is 13. And if you change it, 6 plus 7, it's still going to be 16, okay? So now we're going to have to subtract from the biggest number, 13 and 13, right? Because we're subtracting. Now we're going to write 7 first, okay? And that is going to be 6, because 6 plus 7 is 13. Then 13 minus 7 is going to be 6, okay? Now 13 minus 6 is going to be 7. Because right here, 7 plus 6 is 13. Okay? Now let's do number 3, 26. So again, we're going to write our biggest number over here. And then we rewrite 10 plus 16 is 26. And 16 plus 10 is 26, right? Now we do 26 and 26. 26 minus 10 is going to be 16, because when we use these two numbers, 26 and 10, we have 16 left, okay? And that's going to be our number. And we are going to use 16 this time. So we did 26 and 16, so we have 10 left, so we're going to do 10. 26 minus 16 is 10, okay? Now we're going to do one word problem. There are 35 students in a class. 8 of them walk to school, 5 of them ride a bike, 10 of them ride a car, and the rest take the bus to school. How many students take the bus? Well, there are 35 students, right? So we have to add 8 plus 5. That is going to be 13. And then 5 of them ride a bike plus 5. So that's 8, and the 1 comes down. And 10 of them ride a car. 10. That is 8 and 2. So now we have to subtract 35 minus 28. We're going to take 110. So 15 minus 8 is 7. And then 2 minus 2 is 0. So our answer is going to be 7 students, okay? 7 students. Thank you.